Okay, hi guys. Um, okay. I'm live. Okay. All right, so thank you all for joining this stream. I mean, it's crazy how near election day we are. So I just wanted to I'm probably going to do a few of these. Definitely one. I'm not going to stream election night just cuz I love watching the results on like CNN and stuff. The actual election nights instead of the recreations. So I'm not gonna be live streaming election nights, but or the election night. 'Cause no one would watch it anyway. So many people do this. I'd barely get any viewers. Just wouldn't make sense considering how much I actually enjoy watching the real election nights. But I do want to do a lot of these. Um, you know, just random streams, not random, but every night or so. Not every night, but whatever. Every 5 days, every week. Yeah, probably every week, every Friday. Just so that we can, have this live stream, kinda, forum structure here, and, it's exciting since we're approaching the election. This is just a way to really talk about this election and any questions that you guys have. Obviously, I don't read the comments because whatever, I get thousands of comments, can't go through all the comments. But, the people who are watching this is a great way to actually, ask me if you have any questions. I don't know, maybe you guys do, maybe you guys don't, about the election. I wanna show my face here, I swear to God. But it never lets me because I just use a MacBook for this, and obviously I don't have a camera, that's not how I do my video, but I'm trying. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that, I don't know how long I was, out for there, but thank you, Larry, for becoming a member. You can become a channel member very easily. I mean, the cheapest one is like $2 a month, it's barely even anything. Um, and then let's see, um realize Trump is gonna make a big push. Yes, he is. He's currently surging really in the polls by 2024 standards, which is just a half a point here, half a point there, maybe a whole point there. That is considered a surge in this election. That is what he is getting. So on this track, even in my model, which is very bullish on Harris compared to other models, Trump would win the election if he keeps going on the trajectory that he currently is. Um, when watching real American streams, we say late American, late rat. Wait, okay. When he's late, late. Oh, okay. Well, I won't be late. No, I had a Discord server. I always try to do a Discord server and then I never stay up to date with it since I don't use Discord at all. My first question, do you think voter turnout will show in the electoral college? I know it's totally hard to predict as of now and stuff, but yeah. Um, what does that even mean? I have 0 idea what you mean by that. Voter turnout will show in the electoral well, no, because the electoral college has the same amount of members every year. It's not different. They don't if you're asking do they change it based on how many people turn out in a state? No, it's just based off of the census every 10 years. So I don't really know what you mean by that. Okay, Polymarket is the stupidest um um thing ever. I mean, there's so many people too look at the odds on Polymarket when there's random people betting and think that that is like a poll, like that's the margin. So like Trump is up by like 20 right now in Polymarket. So they're saying like, "Oh my god, he's up 20 in the nation as if it's a poll," which is not. Um I'd like to know how about how the Arab American vote is going to impact Michigan. Good question. And this stuff is so hard to tell because you don't have because any polling that you do for, like, specific demographics like this all across the board, right? Especially considering how small of a demographic it is, like, African Americans, yeah, you get a grasp of how they're voting. By the way, I'll get to them in a second. But Arab American, there's such a small voter block where, it can range. I saw a poll where Harris was winning Arab Americans, and then where she was in 3rd at, like, 12% behind Jill Stein at 1st and Trump in 2nd. So, I don't know. I definitely don't trust me, but how it's going to impact Michigan, it could absolutely cost Harris Michigan. I doubt that'll happen because if that happened, then all the 7 core battlegrounds would be going to Trump, which I really doubt will happen. But it's definitely going to make it much closer. I feel already from 2020. I don't think that Harris can possibly gain in a state like Michigan. Yeah, betting markets are literal trash. Um, curious about the GOP poll skewing, I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is and it's fine, but, there's so many more Republican-sponsored and Republican internal polls that flood, polling averages, than there are Democratic internals. That's just the way it goes, but it's definitely skewing the averages. I wouldn't look at the averages too much, to be honest. Um Di I don't know. I don't keep up with On Point anymore, unfortunately. It's just too much, whatever, too much, I don't wanna say stupid to you, but too much delusion. What about the early vote looking strong for GOP Virginia, North Carolina? Yeah, I didn't say anything about Virginia, I saw North Carolina. It looks good for GOP in Nevada, Arizona, and North Carolina, especially Arizona. Early voting looking down for Democrats, don't know what to believe. Yeah, I'm so done with, like, CNN and all those. They're trying to make it's the most exciting race ever, it's obvious, like, one day, all they'll talk about is, like, African American men going to Harris. Then the next, all they talk about is, like, college-educated whites going to, Harris gaining among them. It's just I'm over it, so I'm glad you brought that up, about the media, but yeah, they won't tell you that whatever, Harris is gaining, that looking better actually in early voting than 2020 in Pennsylvania, the most important, and it looks very strong in Detroit. That's a great sign among, how Harris will do among African Americans, nationwide, really, not just Michigan. Looks good for Michigan so far, even nationwide. Um, but, um, but yeah, North Carolina, um, Georgia looks okay. I'm not positive. I didn't see any, like, clear consensus on how Georgia's looking. But Nevada, Arizona, North Carolina so far looking bad for Harris in early voting, but looking great in Michigan and Pennsylvania. Not sure about Wisconsin. So that's where things stand right now. I don't know about Virginia, but Virginia won't be competitive. How in the world is Kamala losing Arizona, but Gallego is gonna destroy, like, I don't know. We'll see if there are really that many split ticket voters. Either it's gonna push Harris over the finish line or it's gonna pull Gallego back. But Gallego will still win. Um, yeah, and the media is also obsessed with the Pennsylvania Senate race for some reason. I don't know. Win. Okay. Which is your least favorite conservative bias channel? Easy. Gold Crown is no, actually, I looked, like a week, or 2 ago, and I was shocked to see On Point has a more delusional prediction than Gold Crown. Gold Crown actually has New Mexico, Minnesota, New Hampshire, Maine, I think, all those guys, all those ones going to Harris, which is even worse than On Point. I think, like, On Point thinks Minnesota is going to so, I don't know, I'll say tie between Gold Crown and On Point. Um, ooh, thank you, for the super chat here. 2 bucks, thanks. It helps. Whatever you guys can do helps so much to support the channel. I deeply appreciate that. Also, becoming a channel member helps out a lot. Um, do you still think Harris is favored? Yes. Let's go to the map. That is a perfect time to go into this map. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. West Coast for Harris. Gotta get a new, laptop. This is so slow. And I bought a whole, Windows because I thought they were, like, fast for some reason. It's even worse. So that was a complete waste of money, basically. Okay, well, I guess I'll do margins. Gotta do margins. And the biggest obsession, the biggest random obsession of mainstream media is Nebraska's 2nd district. They've been better with it after that New York Times poll that showed Harris up by 13. But for so long, they were obsessed with the idea that Nebraska's 2nd would go Republican and make an electoral tie. Again, it's just all about excitement and ratings for the mainstream media. They're trying to make it seem as exciting as possible. They were so obsessed with Nebraska's 2nd going blue. I wanna how okay, okay, okay. I never talk about this, so this is why live streams are good. I have all of these vibes and thoughts and everything and polling about this prediction, but in the back of my mind, every time I make a prediction, in the back of my mind is that Iowa Seltzer poll. I can't stress enough, no poll in the history of the United States or probably the world has got it as spot on every time as Ann Selzer. Every poll 2016 showed Trump up in the Iowa caucus. Only Ann Selzer showed Ted Cruz up. Ted Cruz would go on to win the Iowa caucus. In the 2020 primary, Democratic primary, I don't know what the other polls were saying, but they got it spot on. 2024 primary, they got it basically spot on. They overestimated Haley by like 3 points, I remember. But the most important of them all, since it's not an Iowa caucus but a general election, is that in 2020, every poll was saying Iowa would be within at least 3 points in terms of a Trump lead. They were showing from a 3-point Trump lead, this is every poll, showed a 3-point Trump lead to Biden winning the state of Iowa. Many polls showed Biden winning Iowa. And then right before election day, this flew under the radar because it was such an outlier compared to the other polls. But Ann Selzer said that in their poll, they said that Trump would win by 8. He won by 8.2. They got it spot on. So oh, sorry, I didn't even get to the point about 2024. So in 2024, they released a poll. Now it's outdated. It's from early September, but still it's in the back of my mind. We need another Seltzer poll. But in 2024, this is my most popular analysis video here was about this poll. Harris is only down by 4 in Iowa in the latest Seltzer poll, which was early September. So we got to see how things have changed because at that time, yes, considering how Ann Seltzer gets it spot on every time, Trump would have won Iowa by 4 at that time. So Harris would be gaining 4% in Iowa. Just think about how that would translate to the rest of the nation. It would have been a clean sweep of the battleground states of the 7. And we're looking at Florida and Texas being competitive in that case as well. Um, so we need a new Seltzer poll to see how things have changed. But with that being said, so the point is that poll is always in the back of my mind whenever I do these predictions, and whenever I think Trump is gonna win, I'm like, but that Seltzer poll, I can't get over it because it is the most important poll of this race, is Iowa, just Iowa and Seltzer. But Tip is a good one. I don't know if you say TIPP or Tip, probably just Tip, that's fine. Um, Texas, I'm moving back to likely. That was lean for a while. Florida, I've had likely for a while. Some people think it's lean, but it's trending too right. Alaska's likely. Let's see. Let's go up to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a sleeper. Democrats are or they were so confident in Wisconsin. I've always been so skeptical about Wisconsin, always, because you do the same thing every election. I don't know how people don't catch on. The polls always overestimate Dems the most of any battleground state in Wisconsin. As I said in my community post earlier today, I will die on the what? Die on the hill. I couldn't think of the phrase, but it's die on the hill. That Harris wins Michigan and Pennsylvania by a lean margin. I absolutely think that. I'm almost positive of that both these states are over 1% margin for Harris. Nevada, I'm less sure on. Nevada garbage trucks, maybe we could get your input on that, what you think the state of the race in your home state is, what the garbage trucks are indicating. But, right now, I do have it just above a percentage point, and then I did it in my last prediction video. The early vote I have to look into the early voting because that really might change it, but right now, I do have Arizona tilt a Democrat, and I don't wanna go too much into this because I just uploaded a prediction video literally yesterday, so you could watch that. North Carolina, I have tilt. I'm almost ready to put Georgia as lean, I think I will, as of right now, but no state changes, since my last prediction. Okay, so that was a long rant there. Anyway, so, if, any of you guys are just tuning in, this is my current prediction right now. And this is basically a Q and A session to ask me questions that you normally can't write in the comment sections that I don't get to. Also any video ideas, guys, things that you need or things that you want to see in videos I make, please suggest. I always make them when I ask that on whatever, the posts I make when I ask for video suggestions, I do always get to the good ideas, so please, I always need, ideas for videos. For some reason, that's horrendous of me, but, according to OnPoint, to ask for video ideas from my audience. I don't know, he has a huge problem with that for some reason, I remember. Anyway, okay. Texas poll released today actually has Cruz up by 7, Trump up by 5. Now, this poll is not just any other poll, almost an equivalent to Texas politics as Seltzer is to Iowa politics. They got it really spot on in 2020. I don't know if it'll be exactly spot on because I really, really, really don't see Cruz doing better than Trump. I just don't see it. So I don't know. But absolutely Nebraska. Nebraska, I mean, honestly, I have been insane this election, gonna be completely honest with you. I was talking about Nebraska literally a year ago. Or no, not literally, but almost literally a year ago. It was like 10 months ago, I remember the video was posted about the Nebraska Senate race specifically. I've been talking about Nebraska for a but as I said in the post, I really would be way more confident in Dan Osborne's chances if there was more time. I can't believe how little time there is until election day. That is why I'm very skeptical of Dan Osborne winning. Oh god, I hope so. God, I hope so. If Harris loses, there would be such a major silver lining if Dan Osborne can pull it off. That would be a dream scenario. Whether or not Harris wins. Dan Osborne winning would be so good for the country. And we're at 50 viewers, that's very solid. Oh, back to 49, but whatever. Um, yeah. Okay, so I've never said this. Um, well, I'll save it until before election day when it comes to how I would vote if I could vote. Unfortunately, I can't vote even though I would make a more educated vote than probably 90 probably like 94, 3% of the country, but whatever. I get it. Can't patrol something like that. Anyway, so yeah, I'll save, my quote unquote "endorsement." God, I don't know what to call it, but I know no one cares about my endorsement, but just who I would vote for if I could. I'll save that for the day before election day. I mean, it's obvious, but I've actually never directly said, "Yeah, I'm voting for Harris." I've made a point not to do that. So then when people say it, I could say, actually, yeah, no, I've never said that in my life." Okay, um, the LTE. Well, no, LTE is coming I don't know about Sammy, but LTE is coming from an objective point of view. I remember that video was about how, it wasn't Oh, no, you're right, because he did make that video for the Harris campaign. Yeah, I mean, what I don't think that Trump will directly follow Project 2025. Gotta agree with you on that. I have major concerns about the Trump presidency. Major. But really, Project 2025 is not one of them, but it really just goes to show it's not that he's gonna directly follow this playbook word for word, but it's more so that these are the people around him, right? These are morally wrong and evil, um, they're not even policy proposals, just, you know, directional ways of life for America as a country. Just the fact that the people who wrote this are the people around him and who are his biggest supporters, that's the concerning part for me. It really is. Yeah, Maryland at one point was competitive, not anymore. Also Brooks on track to win by, I think, over 15, to be honest. I know that's a hot take. Um, yeah, no, it's close. This is my prediction, 287 to 251. Trump could easily pick off Arizona. I mean, I don't know about Arizona. It's 50-50. Easily picks off Arizona. Wouldn't be surprised at all. And then the penetrable pe penetrable okay, I'm done. Wisconsin. That's it for Trump. He's gotta go for Wisconsin. He's got the Sun Belt. And then he goes for Wisconsin, but we'll see if the Rust Belt sticks together, which they have every election since 2004. That's the question. Yes. No, Florida, I guarantee you, you can have questions about whatever, Pennsylvania, Arizona especially, you could definitely think that Trump is being overestimated, but Florida, no, no, no. Florida will be likely. Yeah, Ann Zelzer is God in the polling industry. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have random people just join this. That's a little weird. Um, oh, my dog is here. Stop whining. What? Okay, 1 second. Let me mute. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to it. Okay, I'm just looking at these comments here to respond. Thank you for the $2 donation. That helps out so much. Much, much, much appreciated. Um, nah, Texas Senate race definitely Cruz is favored to win. Why do you believe Wisconsin is so close that makes it that close? Well, there should be serious concerns for Harrison, Wisconsin. It was the state in the blue wall that voted for Trump by the highest margin and voted for Biden by the lowest margin. Polls overestimated Biden on average by 7 points in Wisconsin in 2020. Trump is currently as of today, just today, it turned red in the polling average. If they were as off as they were in 2020, Wisconsin would be likely Republican. That should be extremely concerning for Democrats. I'm almost ready to put Wisconsin as Republican, but she would actually still win. I mean, honestly, this map is possible. Honestly, Arizona, and Wisconsin are just about even right now, so we could see a scenario where Arizona is blue, Wisconsin is red. Honestly, that might end up in my final prediction, to be completely honest. It might happen like that, but we will see. Yes, North Dakota is flipping to Kamala, as well as West Virginia. Um, Osborne, let's go Osborne. Guys, if you're gonna donate to a Senate candidate, make it Dan Osborne, please. Labor union leader, I mean, obviously the least corrupt, politician you could get. Yeah, that's sad when candidates who you know are gonna win refuse to debate. Wait, why is it, like, repeating the comments? Um, sorry. Um Being 17 is the worst in 2024, okay. I don't know why specifically 2024 is the worst, but whatever. January 3rd. My birthday is in June, if anyone cares. Okay, best case scenarios for either candidates. Okay, let's go. We'll start with Harris, obviously. Michigan is in the realm of possibility for being likely. That is in the realm of possibility. At one point, I did actually have it likely down. Wisconsin, best case, lean. Pennsylvania, best case, lean. Best case, Iowa and Ohio are both lean for Trump. Best case, North Carolina, lean. Georgia, lean. Florida, not a possibility. Best case scenario, lean. Texas, lean. Arizona, lean. Nevada, probably lean, quite likely. Um, and that is it. So this is Harris's best case scenario, 319, 219. Not even that much of a blowout, just shows how partisan we are. But for Trump, best case scenario, Iowa, Ohio likely. Minnesota's lean for Harris. Wisconsin lean for Trump. Michigan lean for Trump. Pennsylvania lean for Trump. Georgia actually likely. Arizona likely. Nevada lean. North Carolina lean. Florida likely. Let's see. Um. Okay. Honestly, I don't see any possibility where Virginia is even lean, but Nebraska second lean. I guess, geez, not even New Mexico. I guess New Hampshire and Maine could actually both become lean. And then Alaska is safe. So, sorry, I have to keep looking at something. Um, so that would be Trump's best case scenario 312 to 226, not quite as much of a blowout as the other channels. What percent do I think Jill Stein will get in Michigan? Probably. I don't think that Jill Stein will do that well, honestly, even though there's so much attention around her on social media. Probably not outperforming 2016 at all because 2016 you actually had deeply unpopular candidates. So probably a point in Michigan is what I'd say. Probably just about a point or less. But yeah, definitely the best third party candidate in Michigan. Um, do you think Allred will win? Absolutely not. He's definitely behind and not enough time to make up ground. Oh god, it will be absolutely devastating if Osborne comes, like, within a point of winning, and it's like, "Oh my, we came so close and we failed." That would be just s that would I can't even imagine that. Alright, I'm finally all caught up on comments. Yeah, Michigan Nevada, I'm less certain on, but whatevs. Okay, I do have to pack some eBay orders as I talk here, so that's fine. I don't know if you'll hear the tape or not, but that's just tape. If you hear it, don't be concerned or anything. Yeah, I actually watched LTE's prediction today, which I try to never do. I try to never watch other people's predictions because it definitely has an effect on how mine go, and I don't want to just copy people's points and stuff like that. But I did watch it today since whatever. I don't know, it came up. Um um But yeah, he had it actually 270. Oh, yeah, he had it 270 to 268, which is just oh my god, that would not be good for the state of the country at all. Cause you know exactly if Harris wins with 270, you know exactly what Trump's gonna do. He's gonna, of course, whatever. You know the deal. Say it was stolen, same old thing as 2020. Um, but at least he's too old now and he won't, like I mean, nothing will come out of it in terms of legal stuff, like, he's not actually gonna flip any states, I guarantee you. But if it is that close, there's gonna be massive, massive social unrest. I mean, look, this doesn't directly relate to that, but, I mean, I guess it does. But I heard my neighbors talking, okay? So, this goes into another thing now that I'm talking about it, but my town is very Republican, and both of my neighbors have Trump signs up. So I heard them talking to, each other across the street, and they were talking about, the 2024 election, and I heard them say, "Yeah, if the Democrats don't, or I'm sorry, if dead people don't vote this time." So, I don't know if they actually believe that. Obviously, Trump doesn't, truly believe that. But, you see, even, down to these pretty whatever, these people didn't storm the Capitol on January 6th, but even down to just his normal supporters, right? His lies about this, they all believe them. It really has an effect on these people and what they think of the country. So, it's extremely concerning. It really is. But whatever. Alright, anything else? Danis Pasnick says, "I'm nervous, but I think Kamala can pull through." I mean, yeah, I'm just worried about the trajectory though. Of right now, if the election were held today, Kamala would be in a much better position than if the election was held in 18 days as it actually is. But we'll see. Honestly, I will be completely for real with you. All these videos I make, about how blue wave is possible, landslide is possible, um, I bet you're expecting me to say I don't believe in that. No, I honestly do believe in that. I believe that Harris can get, yes, I do it for money, but, Harris, I believe it is entirely in the realm of possibility right now that Harris is underestimated in polls and that she takes a 7 battleground state sweep. She sweeps all 7 battlegrounds. And it's not even that close of an election. She wins by 100 electoral votes. Seriously, I would not be too surprised. I would be mad at myself for not trusting my gut and going with that in my final prediction, so then afterwards I could say, "See, I predicted this huge upset, and that and stuff." But I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. Um, but I wanna say I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Okay. Oh god. Um Okay, anyway. Yeah, also sorry this has become sort of a, partisan channel, which is just sad. But, I mean, whatever, you gotta understand if the video that isn't, um well, okay. So let me say I do think Harris wins, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be making these Harris positive videos, right? Like, Let's Talk Elections did, even when he had Biden losing, every video is about how well Biden was doing. I wouldn't. So I do have Harris winning. Um, but, I do though. I do make these videos where I say Trump is doing well here and whatever, or Republicans in the Senate. But you gotta understand, those are gonna come less frequently because all my subscribers now are all Harris supporters, since, she has energized the base so much. And, um, and they're not gonna watch the video. It's gonna get like 2,000 views. It'll make me 0 money, and it's a complete waste of my 12 minutes or however it is. So, please understand that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would honestly be really depressing. It really would. I mean, just to think that this guy 2016 was one thing. I would have been extremely interested to see how a Trump presidency would go, but now we know, and he's just older, and I can't even picture it. I'm sure I couldn't have pictured it in 2016, if I was involved if I was, knew was what was going on in 2016, and I cannot picture it now. I really can't. Trump winning again. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought the Fox interview was fine. I mean, I was more upset with Brett Baer. But what I was gonna say is, all this stuff, the interviews, the literal presidential debate, only election where this stuff has zero impact on the outcome, which is really interesting. I mean, you saw basically no shift in the polls after the debate, and certainly not after these little interviews. So just keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, this is extremely sad. I mean, it's really not. I mean, by no means is John Tester one of my favorite senators. Nowhere close. Which obviously makes sense because I'm very far left, and John Tester's from Montana, and he has to win elections. So obviously, I'm not like mad at him for that. However, it's not like we're losing a precious Democrat here, which is nice. There we go. Um, yeah, okay. Basing predictions off vibes is extremely underestimated. Extremely underestimated. Um, I I just had this vibe that DeSantis would place 2nd in Iowa over Haley when there was, like, not a s really a single poll before the caucus that showed that. It was true. He did place 2nd over Haley, Nikki Haley. Um, I mean, I had a strong feeling, very strong feeling that Biden would drop out, and I knew I was right on that one, and obviously, I was right on that one. But I always just base it off vibes. You know, like, my quote, unquote, "forecast and models"? Yeah, that's just me guessing, I don't know. I just I mean, it's not entirely off vibes, obviously, but it's not like I have any sort of, numerical model that I run. Okay. Okay. No. I mean, no, it's becoming more Republican, but it's not gonna flip to Trump. It's not like Democrats are not ever gonna win it. Do you think okay, I assume you mean won the debate. I mean, every poll it was insane how tied the polls were. I couldn't believe it. Definitely Vance was doing better in the beginning, and then, Tim Walz pulled in, or pulled out wait, what's the phrase? I don't know. Was doing better in the end. Okay, let me check who bought what on eBay here. Okay, so this guy, the guy from Louisiana bought the Harris buttons. Okay. Okay. I guarantee you guys have seen if any of you guys are on eBay, I guarantee you've seen some of my items listed and you don't even know it's me. Okay. Okay. No, okay. I've never said this in a video because it's not relevant to what I do in my videos, but literally no one in the American public cares that Biden was ousted. Nobody has ever thought, unless they watch Fox News constantly, no one has ever independently thought in their minds, wow, this is against democracy since Biden dropped out. Literally, no one has ever thought that. That's not relevant to any voters. And it hasn't been this entire race. I just got to say that. And yes, obviously, Democrats can win on democracy. Nobody cares that Biden was ousted. I gotta say that. Um, okay, definitely not done. Now Tester is done. Tester is done. He is done. But no, I think Brown hangs on. The I mean that New York Times poll, A plus rated pollster had him up by 6. That was definitely the high point recently in his campaign. But that one will be very close. Absolutely a tilt margin, whichever candidate wins there, Marino. Whoa, we got a bunch of comments. Oh, okay. It's just someone spamming. Wait, what? Okay. Ban user and delete their comments. Boom. Okay. Why are there so much? Oh my god. Yep, got him. Got the slur people. Do you think that if Nikki Haley was the Republican nominee, she should have had a better chance than Trump? Oh my god, absolutely. I mean, could you imagine if it was Haley versus Biden right now? Oh my god, I guarantee you she'd win all 7 battlegrounds and then probably pick off a couple of the likely Dem states, which are New Mexico, Minnesota, Virginia, New Hampshire, and Maine. I'm sure she'd win New Hampshire. She'd probably win Maine as well. Probably come close in Minnesota. Oh, and Virginia, dang, oh my god. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how she'd do against, Harris. That'd be an interesting election, 2 women. That'd be very, very interesting. Yeah, I know the link doesn't work, and I do as I am a bigger channel, I do wanna keep it, like that. I don't know, I don't want people knowing my address, unfortunately. I'm sure no one would do anything, but wow, you guys are commenting a lot. Great to see. Yeah, God, RFK is probably the biggest sellout I've ever supported. Yes, I supported RFK. I mean, for, like, the first few days of his campaign, because he was, like, more left than Biden. Like, when he launched his campaign, he was, like, to the left of Joe Biden, which was why I supported him. Now, you also had Marianne in the race, so I don't know why I was just supporting her in those couple of days. Obviously, I did for the rest of the primary. Um, yeah, I'm not a Democrat, by the way. I'm not a Biden fan at all. I supported Marianne throughout the primary. I met Marianne twice, twice. That's how much of a fan I am. I met let's see, throughout this primary, let's see who I met. So, I don't know if a lot of you, newer subscribers know, but I did go up to the New Hampshire primary right before the primary, the weekend before the primary, and I met Nikki Haley. Um, that rally was fun, that we immediately got up there and went to that, lots of energy, and we got so close to her. And I was, like, in like, the line they do to take photos, I remember I was the first person in line somehow. I got so lucky. That was cool. That was before she wrote, "Finish them" on carpet bombs to kill Palestinian kids. Yeah, finish them. That was before that. I mean, obviously, we all knew for the forever she was a neocon, but that was a whole 'nother extreme that I couldn't really believe she did. Probably wouldn't have been as nice to her as I, was, if I knew she'd do that. Then, after that, I saw Marianne right after that in New Hampshire. I also had met Marianne a year earlier at, Yale, New Haven. I live in Connecticut, by the way. Marianne, by far the best candidate of 2024. I mean, just so sophisticated when she speaks. I mean, wow, she knows what she's talking about, you can tell. And then I went to a Trump rally. I don't know if you guys know this. I did go to a Trump rally in New Hampshire. That was concerning. We left midway through, and it was so funny how Harris always talks about people leaving the Trump rally early because we literally did. Me and my, dad were at a Trump rally. We literally left, halfway through because of how unhinged and scary it was. So, yeah, she's right about that. We did. Um, there was a man in a KKK robe there. not joking. Again, extremely concerning. After that, I, met Dean Phillips in what, Portsmouth, I believe, and then we went home. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. 45 minutes is, like, my max. No, I said I did know Haley was a neocon, but still, writing "Finish them" on bombs to carpet bomb Palestinian kids, is another level, is what I said, but I obviously, she was a neocon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm you know what? That's bold, and I honestly respect that completely. I could very well see Harris just, match Joe Biden. I mean, oh, I want to. Should I? Guys, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me, should I be bold with this prediction and give Harris, like, a big win in my final prediction? Or should I be reasonable like everyone else? I don't know. I'm leaning towards being reasonable. But I wanna be that channel that got it spot on and like, "Oh my god, they were the only channel that got it spot on. How did they do that?" I wanna be that channel, and with a stupid generic prediction, I'm not gonna be that. I also don't wanna get it super wrong and delegitimize, my channel. So I'm probably gonna lean towards having it very reasonable, but still be bullish on Harris, at least compared to other forecasts. Mm, 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 mm. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do after the election. Views are gonna plummet, eBay sales are gonna plummet. It's gonna be very, very depressing, but so any ideas on what I could post after the election? I mean, but oh my god, the 2028 GOP primary, assuming Trump loses, yeah, assuming Harris wins. Because then, if Trump wins, JD Vance would naturally ascend to the throne of the GOP nomination in 2028. But if Harris wins, that GOP primary in 2024 will be so chaotic. And if Trump wins, the Dem primary will be so chaotic. But this I will tell you, if Trump wins, it ensures that Democrats are gonna have a, boring white guy as their nominee, at least for, like, 25 more years. That's for certain. And also, what do you think about the new audio? I mean, do you guys even notice that it's a new microphone? 'Cause it was $150, so guys better enjoy it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, I think. It's tiring speaking. I don't know how these guys like Let's Talk Elections, like, makes, like, 18-minute videos. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like, my max is 15 minutes, my max, but all my videos are like 12 minutes. I cannot do any more than 15 minutes. Like, in my 20-minute, like, prediction videos, I'm going off the rails at the end. I don't know what I'm even talking about. Alright, Robert Burden says, "Don't vote for a man who looks like a big orange Cheeto. LOL, vote blue heart, blue dot, random uppercase I, and blue heart again." That is Robert Burden's statement about the 2024 race. Oh my god, okay. We get it. We get it. She lied about Project 2025. There is this one guy on my channel, oh my god, he whatever, I won't go into it, but he cannot stop commenting, like, the same things every time. Not this guy, not Bucky, but this other guy. You know, I mean, I am not critical at all of the Jill Stein I'm okay, I am pretty critical of the Jill Stein voters because she's just as bad for other reasons. But I, honestly understand the people who are sitting this one out because of the side in Gaza. Um, Now it's completely idiotic if you vote for Trump and if you vote for Jill Stein, but I get the people who are staying home. I I completely understand it because that is the worst thing by far of the Biden administration. The Biden presidency would have been so solid if not for their actions in Gaza. It's really disgusting what they're doing. Really, really disgusting. So I am not someone who will criticize you at all. I'm with you, in many, many ways. If you stay home and not vote for Harris, even if you are left-leaning. I really understand it. Considering that, especially Harris doesn't have that much to offer for lefties, um, in other stuff, even besides Gaza, right? Gaza's bad already, but even besides that, with, fiscal policy and everything, she doesn't have that much to offer for progressives, so all in all, completely understand if you sit out. What would you say Whitmer, Walz, oh god, that'd be dream. Or Walz, Whitmer would be ideal, but Whitmer, Walz is almost as good. 23rd, oh yeah, Walz, Whitmer, please. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. Less and less viewers, so it's fine. Alright, so thank you, guys, for joining. Definitely fun to do these. I'll try to get one in next Friday, and then the Friday after that, and then definitely a big stream the Monday before election night. I mean, wow. Can we just reflect on this for a moment? I have been talking about this 2024 race for years. Oh my god, for I remember I'd do these stupid, like, 5-minute updates every day in, like, 2021 on this channel. Like, little updates like, "Oh, Julian Castro made a critical comment on Biden that could indicate that he's running in 2024," and it's all led up to this. Wow. I can't believe it. I mean, let's just think. You had the early stages where Trump wasn't even in it yet. You had Trump announce he's running. You had that GOP primary, that super boring GOP primary with the stupid debates. It wasn't even competitive in the end. You had Biden getting crushed at the debate. You had that period between the debate and when he dropped out. There was so much pressure on him to drop out, and he did, and he dropped out. Harris surged. It's gotten closer, and now we are where we are today. So, wow, I can't believe it. I don't know about you guys, but this is just so historic. And honestly, I'm really thankful to have this channel. I really am. Um, it's cool that like it's so cringy to say that I have a part in history, but a significant number of people are actually watching my videos, like tens of thousands of people, like in some of my videos, more than the population of my small city where I live is watching these videos, which is crazy. It really is crazy. I can't believe it. Like, I'm actually whatever, I don't know. But it's awesome that people actually watch my videos. I really appreciate it. So, alright, I'll see you all later. Hope you all enjoyed this stream, and yeah, again, thanks for watching.